Nestled in the heart of Everwood, a town draped in the hues of ancient oaks and whispering willows, stood a shop unlike any other. This town, with its cobblestone streets and charming cottages, seemed to be plucked straight out of a fairy tale. The air was always filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the gentle rustling of leaves, creating a serene and almost magical atmosphere. It was a place where time seemed to slow down, allowing its inhabitants to savor every moment. It was Everwood Clock Shop. Its weathered sign, painted a faded gold, creaked gently in the breeze, beckoning passers-by into a realm where time itself seemed to pause. The shop had stood there for generations, its walls holding countless stories and memories. The exterior, though aged, exuded a timeless charm that drew people in, curious to discover the treasures within. The shop window, a mosaic of stained glass, shimmered with 1,000 colors, each pane whispering forgotten tales. The sunlight streaming through the glass cast a kaleidoscope of hues onto the cobblestone path outside, creating a mesmerizing dance of light and shadow. It was as if the window itself was alive, breathing life into the stories it held. Inside, the air hummed with a low, comforting tick-tock. Rows upon rows of clocks lined the walls, each one a masterpiece of craftsmanship. The shop was a symphony of timepieces, each ticking in harmony, creating a soothing melody that enveloped visitors in a sense of calm. The shelves were filled with clocks of all shapes and sizes, from tiny pocket watches to grand, ornate timepieces. Grandfather clocks stood tall like sentinels, their polished wood gleaming in the soft light filtering through the window. These majestic timekeepers, with their intricate carvings and stately presence, seemed to guard the secrets of time itself. Each one had a story to tell, a history that spanned generations. Delicate cuckoo clocks perched on shelves, their tiny birds poised for flight. These whimsical creations, with their intricate designs and playful movements, added a touch of enchantment to the shop. Each cuckoo clock was a work of art, meticulously crafted to bring joy and wonder to those who beheld them. And on a velvet cushion in the center of it all rested a clock like no other. This clock was the crown jewel of the shop, a masterpiece that captivated all who laid eyes on it. Its presence was almost magical, drawing people in with an irresistible allure. It was an ornately carved clock crafted from dark, polished wood. Its face, a shimmering disc of silver, was adorned with Roman numerals. The craftsmanship was exquisite, with every detail meticulously designed to perfection. The clock seemed to glow with an inner light, its silver face reflecting the soft glow of the shop's ambient lighting. But what truly set this clock apart was its hands. They were crafted from pure gold, each tick a silent testament to the preciousness of time. The golden hands moved with a grace and precision that was mesmerizing to watch. It was as if they were dancing to a rhythm only they could hear, marking the passage of time with an elegance that was unparalleled. This was no ordinary clock. It was a storyteller, a keeper of dreams, and its secrets were about to be revealed. The clock held within it the power to transport those who listened to its ticking to a world of wonder and imagination. It was a portal to the past, present, and future, a reminder that time is a precious gift to be cherished. As the clock ticked on, it whispered tales of love, loss, and adventure, inviting all who heard it to embark on a journey through the sands of time. Behind the counter, amidst the gentle symphony of ticking and chiming, stood Mr. Alden. His presence was a constant in the ever-changing world outside. The shop, filled with the soft glow of antique lamps, was a sanctuary of time, a place where moments were captured and preserved. Each clock in the shop had its own unique story, a history that Mr. Alden knew by heart. His kind eyes, crinkled at the corners with years of laughter and wisdom, held a twinkle that spoke of 1,000 untold stories. Those eyes had seen the passage of time, the ebb and flow of countless days, and yet they remained bright and full of life. They were the eyes of a man who had found his purpose, who had dedicated his life to the art of timekeeping. His hands, gnarled with age, yet still nimble, moved with a practiced grace as he wound the clocks, each movement a silent conversation between man and machine. These hands had repaired countless timepieces, bringing them back to life with a touch that was both gentle and precise. Every twist of the key, every adjustment of the gears was a testament to his skill and dedication. Mr. Alden wasn't just a shopkeeper, he was a custodian of time itself. He saw himself as a guardian, entrusted with the care of these precious artifacts. Each clock was a piece of history, a fragment of the past that he was determined to preserve for future generations. His shop was more than a business. It was a museum, a place where time stood still. He understood the language of clocks, the stories they held within their intricate gears and delicate hands. To him, each tick was a word, each chime a sentence, and together they told the story of time itself. He could read these stories with ease, deciphering the secrets hidden within the mechanisms. It was a skill that had taken years to master, a craft that he had honed with patience and care. Each tick was a heartbeat, each chime a song, and Mr. Alden knew them all. He could tell the time by the sound of the clocks, each one with its own unique rhythm. The shop was filled with a symphony of ticking and chiming, a melody that he had come to love. It was the music of time, a constant reminder of the passage of moments. He treated his clocks with reverence, whispering to them, polishing their surfaces with a tenderness reserved for old friends. Each clock was a cherished companion, a trusted confidant that he cared for with the utmost respect. He knew that they were more than just machines. They were keepers of memories, guardians of moments long past. He knew that each clock held within it a piece of the past, a fragment of time captured forever in its intricate workings. These were not just objects, they were time capsules, preserving the essence of the moments they had witnessed. He felt a deep connection to each one, a bond that transcended the physical and touched the very soul of time itself, and he cherished them all. Each clock was a testament to his life's work, a symbol of his dedication to the art of timekeeping. He took pride in his collection, knowing that he was preserving a piece of history for future generations. In his shop, time was not just measured, it was celebrated, honored, and revered. One crisp autumn afternoon, the bell above the shop door tinkled, announcing the arrival of a visitor. The sound echoed through the cozy antique clock shop, a place where time seemed to stand still, yet move forward in a symphony of ticks and tocks. The shop was a haven of history, filled with clocks of all shapes and sizes, each with its own story to tell. The warm golden light from the setting sun filtered through the windows, casting a magical glow on the polished wooden shelves and the intricate designs of the clocks. It was a place that invited curiosity and wonder, a place where the past and present intertwined seamlessly. It was Emily, a young girl with eyes as bright and curious as the stars on a winter's night. Her pigtails bounced with each step as she approached the shop, her heart pounding with excitement and a hint of nervousness. She had always been drawn to places that held secrets and stories, and this shop, with its enchanting aura, was no exception. Emily's eyes sparkled with anticipation as she peered through the glass, her breath fogging up the windows slightly. She could see the myriad of clocks inside, each one more fascinating than the last. The shop seemed to call out to her, inviting her to explore its hidden treasures. She stood hesitantly in the doorway, captivated by the symphony of sounds and the mesmerizing dance of light and shadow within the shop. The gentle ticking of the clocks created a soothing rhythm, almost like a heartbeat that resonated with her own. The interplay of light and shadow added to the shop's mystique, making it seem like a place out of a fairy tale. Emily felt a sense of awe and wonder wash over her as she took in the sight before her. She knew she had to step inside to become a part of this magical world, if only for a little while. Emily had never seen anything quite like it. The air thrummed with a life of its own, and the scent of polished wood and old paper filled her senses. The shop was a treasure trove of history, each clock a testament to the craftsmanship and artistry of a bygone era. She could almost hear the whispers of the past, stories of the people who had owned these clocks, their lives intertwined with the passage of time. The rich, earthy aroma of the wood and the faint, musty scent of old paper created a sensory tapestry that was both comforting and intriguing. It was a place where time was not just measured, but experienced. She tiptoed further into the shop, her gaze darting from one fascinating clock to another, each one a mystery waiting to be unraveled. The clocks came in all shapes and sizes, from grand, towering grandfather clocks to delicate, intricately designed mantel clocks. Each one seemed to have its own personality, its own story to tell. Emily felt like an explorer in a new land, each step revealing new wonders and secrets. She could feel the weight of history around her, the passage of time captured in the ticking of the clocks. It was a feeling both exhilarating and humbling, as if she were a part of something much larger than herself. Her eyes fell upon the clock with the golden hands, its shimmering surface reflecting her own awestruck expression. The clock was a masterpiece, its golden hands moving gracefully across the face, marking the passage of time with an elegance that took her breath away. The intricate design of the clock face, with its delicate engravings and shimmering surface, seemed almost magical. Emily felt a connection to this clock, as if it held a special significance, a secret just waiting to be discovered. She couldn't tear her eyes away from it, mesmerized by its beauty and the sense of mystery it evoked. It drew her in like a moth to a flame, its silent presence both alluring and slightly intimidating. The clock seemed to have a life of its own, its golden hands moving with a grace and precision that was almost hypnotic. Emily felt a sense of wonder and curiosity, mixed with a hint of apprehension. She wondered about the history of the clock, the people who had owned it, and the stories it could tell. It was a feeling that both excited and unsettled her, a reminder of the mysteries that time held. She reached out a tentative hand, her fingers hovering just above the cool glass of its case. The glass felt smooth and cool under her fingertips, a barrier between her and the clock's secrets. Emily's heart raced with anticipation, her mind filled with questions and possibilities. She wondered what it would be like to hold the clock, to feel its weight and hear its ticking up close. The clock seemed to hold a promise, a glimpse into a world of wonder and mystery. As she stood there, her hand hovering above the glass, she felt a sense of connection to the past, a link to the stories and lives that had come before her. It was a moment of pure magic, a reminder of the timeless beauty and mystery of the world around her. "That's a special clock," a gentle voice startled Emily. She turned to see Mr. Alden smiling down at her, his eyes twinkling with amusement. "It only tells stories of dreams and memories." Emily's eyes widened. "Dreams and memories?" she breathed, her gaze returning to the golden hands frozen in their timeless embrace. Mr. Alden chuckled softly. "Indeed," he said, nodding towards a plush armchair nestled in a corner of the shop. "Come, sit with me. Let the golden hands weave you a tale." Intrigued, Emily settled into the armchair, her heart pounding with anticipation. As Mr. Alden began to speak, his voice a low, soothing rumble, the shop around them seemed to fade away. The only sound was the rhythmic ticking of the clocks and the captivating melody of Mr. Alden's voice as he wove a tale of dreams and memories, of hopes and aspirations, all spun from the heart of the golden clock.